welcome to 909, Aligning with Gaia on Vesak Purnima. We are starting with Anulom Vilom, where we have brought together the two nadis of breath, the sun and the moon breath together, in which with the Vishnu Mudra, we close one part of the nostril, breathe in, then pause, breathe out from the other nostril, and then breathe in and pause and breathe out. And when we paused, we allowed the light to enter into the third eye. And the third eye is the pineal gland, also the pituitary. And you know that the pineal gland is what connects us to the cosmos, to the universe, to our own inner vision, to the Ajna Chakra, the third eye vision that we have. And when that, and it's very important to keep lighting that center up, especially when we are doing anything to do with envisioning or connecting with the etheric or sacred space. Because immediately that centers us, grounds us, but also expands us in a very harmonious and a very safe way. It's important. Sometimes we forget that the etheric world is just like the highway. There are many lanes, there are many people, and there are many energies over there. Some of them are in harmony and some may be discordant for us at a certain point of time. So when we do it like this in a circle all together, in a supportive way, and then getting our body and our chakras aligned, then we are able to enter in a very, in the way that we want to, in an aligned way. I also want to share, I would like all of us to share what we are bringing into the circle today. So can we start with Andreina, Maria, Patricia, Isa, and then me? Okay, you go first. And when you have stopped speaking, just say the name of the next person.
So I'm Andreina, and I bring the energy that I experienced one time in this moon. That is the magic of all the light beings that come down and support us. So I bring the memory. Maria?
I am Maria, and today I am connecting with the grace of the Christ light beings that just grace us with their presence and their compassion toward us and really help us.
Hi, my name is Patricia, and today I'm connecting with a higher version of myself, bringing peace. I feel a lot of joy, and I'm connecting to this energy. God. Isa?
Hi, I'm Isa, and today, I don't know if more like of an energy or an intention it's like a rebirth. Leaving all behind again and starting all over, rebirthing.
Yeah. Beautiful. We're all bringing into this space. What I'm bringing into the space right now is the sense of how the divine beings never leave us. They're always with us. And the messages that we received from them in the past, in the form of traditions, in the form of religions, are still being given to us. Because just as humankind and humanity is expanding and growing and evolving, so do the messages keep changing. Just as we talk different things with one another, surely the divine beings give us our own messages each time. And it's so important to connect with them. It doesn't matter what name we call them. What matters is that we are deeply connected and listen to them in real time. So, does anyone know? I mean, I think most of you do know why something about the 909. But I wanted to share something about why we call it 909. Isa, you haven't been to any of the meetings, so I wonder whether the number 9 or 909 have give, what does it give out for you? Do you have a feeling about it?
9. Well, I was born on 9, September 1, so it's always been one of my numbers. A 9. I don't know. Tell me more.
Yeah, but it appeals to you because
It's one of my numbers. Yeah, it's part of me. It's always been part of me.
Yeah.
And then I'm on 11, so I'm 9/11.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's always been part of me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Patricia?
The 9:09, isn't it the Gaia minute time? The Earth time,
It is.
right? To represent rebirth. Isn't it when the energy that the Earth changes energy, rebirth, right?
Yeah, whatever it means to you. What do you feel when you hear it? That's all. So you connect it with Gaia.
Yeah.
Minute.
Okay. When I went Earth for me.
Yeah. Maria, any thoughts?
For me, it brings me happiness. When I see 909, it's like, because, I've been seeing it a lot on my phone. So it's like that entering that sacred time of, I forgot the word right now. It's not coming to me. But it just brings me happiness. And number 9 is, for me, is the end of a cycle, beginning of a cycle. So, and with a 0 in the center, it's just like everything is possible. That number 909.
And also you've been sharing that the time of 909 keeps calling to you.
Yes.
Yeah, just automatically without an alarm. Andreina, any thoughts?
909, I remember the picture of Gaia, of the Mother Earth with a smile. So it's the connection with Mother Earth and what she gives us. So it's a reminder of what we can also give to others, as she gives us.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. For me, 909 reminds me of a spiral, because very often in healing and awakening journeys, we keep coming back to the same lesson or a similar kind of experience. And then we wonder, why are we back again? Or like for religious books, they say every time you read it, any book actually, it's different because now you are different. There's the second or third or fourth time that you're coming to the same space. So just like our universe and our galaxy is a spiral, so somehow that spiral energy really appeals to me. It makes me understand why we come back, but also why we keep going forward. We never really go back. We always keep coming to a space from another consciousness. And maybe that's why, like you said, Maria, about 9, all of us have mentioned very wonderful feeling that the number 9 gives us. And that's why I think it's connected with Gaia, because Gaia is the consciousness which is pervading this whole universe, not only Mother Earth, but she's the creatrix who creates life in different places. And as humanity is evolving, even scientifically, we are trying to go to different planets. But then through our third eye, we can go to another planet and another dimension even now, you know? And And that's why it's so important to be connected with this kind of consciousness. Because Gaia is everyone and everything that we can see, that we can feel, that we hold in our hearts. It's the one that creates, and it's the one that helps us to, like you said, Andreina, that gives us something, gives us so much of gifts and nurturing and joy. Even the breath that we took when we took it, it's because of this whole energy that's around us of Mother Earth. The air is also an element of the earth, even though we sometimes think only the ground is. And then Vesak Purnima, or the full moon. Today is the full moon of. It's called Vesak for 2 or 3 reasons, which I can go into. Do you want me to first go into, or do you want to share what your feelings are?
I'll go into it.
So Vesak is one in the Indian calendar, the Vedic calendar. This month is called Vesak. Then 2, there's a valley in the high Himalayas, and it's a very remote valley, very difficult to reach, and that is also called Vesak. And many people who, with their vision for many years, have felt that on this particular month, the full moon of this month, which sometimes comes in May and sometimes even at the end of April, usually it is at different times in May. The Buddha and the Christ consciousness, they arrive for a short while in the valley. They are there, and if you're there, you can physically see the light, feel the energy. And they just show themselves for a while and then they go away. But there are pilgrims who go there. And sometimes in my vision, I have felt the going to, the pilgrimage, which itself would take maybe about a month, 2 weeks to a month, depending on how fit each one of us is such a beautiful pilgrimage to take, because it's not green mountains, it's just very stark mountains. And it's a very, so it's a very inward journey, even when you're walking that path. But when you reach there, there are just the energy of it. If you look at the images that we see on the web, and that people who have made paintings of that place, it's a very high energy. It's a very beautiful consciousness to connect with. And I'm reminded of a very beautiful meditation that Maria had shared once, when you all had done a meditation on Vesak. Would you like to share that?
We actually didn't realize that day was Wesak. And 3 of us decided to go into a journey. And it was then, before we started, we realized, oh my God, today's full moon and it's Wesak. So they came down, Buddha and Jesus, they came down a spiral staircase, almost like a slide. And they landed in this dimension. And what I receive is that, and it might sound strange even to me, but they say they truly are not here in the same way the rest of the time. It's really this day. It's really that day when they kind of come down, maybe fully, or they have to come down to this frequency. And they showed me like a frequency ladder. It was like a rainbow frequency ladder, but they showed me my feelings, how they showed me from the level of pain and suffering, and then they took me, I was able to rise above. And it was like, wow, I was suffering and crying, and then all of a sudden, whoop, I was above that. And I remember being in that place of suffering, and I was saying, it's not fun to be here. It's not fun to be here. And then all of a sudden I rose and I'm like, ooh, I'm in another vibration. And the rainbow serpent came through also. The rainbow serpent also aligning our spine with that rising energy of the Kundalini of the serpent. And it was just really, really, really special. And I received some private messages also. But I guess the one that pertains to all is that they are here especially today. And I guess I also understood that when we're walking with them, we just have to fully trust and surrender. And all of our needs are going to be taken care of. There were some other messages now I'm remembering, but pretty much they say something about abundance being like a result of the vibration that you're in. And I mean wealth. And they were saying around, even if you are in that vibration of wealth, to live a very simple life. Especially if you have that vibration of wealth, to live a very, very simple life.
Very
And I
beautiful.
want to honor that I have Mother Kuan Yin back here.
Ah,
I'm feeling her presence.
that's beautiful.
Yeah. And Andreina also had her experience that day.
Would you like to share?
Well, they showed me something really bad that happened in the past that I wasn't aware of. And then I felt the presence of the angel saying, do you want to heal? And I was like, wow, how can I just learn something and then heal? So that's the power of that energy that is here today, that I really healed that day. I never felt, it's like that memory was shown to me that I had forgotten, and then it just went away. Like I really felt the healing that came through. And when Maria said, I'm feeling them here, I see them, it was very powerful. So yeah, so it's a very special day today.
And also, I remember the time we did a circle at the apartment in Wynwood in the garden, that we were on this day together doing a meditation. We were maybe 7 of us. And I remember when you took us into the journey, I just really didn't want to come back, because it was the vibration of Shambhala. Those were the words I kept hearing, Shambhala, Shambhala. And you're like, now come back. I'm like, no.
That's what you do, Meenakshi. You take us to those places.
I remember really didn't want to come back.
Yeah, that meditation was powerful to that day.
Yes.
I didn't remember was on this day too.
It was so loving and gentle and just so perfect. It was the vibration of Shambhala, of heaven. So it was.
The most beautiful thing, and why Buddh is also connected to this day, because in India, this is called Buddh Purnima. Purnima means full moon, because he was in the same full moon he was born. The same full moon, many years later, he got enlightened. And in the same full moon, he passed away. And now in the same full moon, he keeps coming back. So it's just like what you said, Maria, it's very important because it's like a signature we leave behind. It's like a message that on this day, I am there for you. And you can connect with this energy very strongly. And it's exactly the same way as why 909 became like a message for the Gaia Minute. The Gaia Minute is a very simple practice. It literally just means that every day, just pause for a little while wherever you are and be in loving gratitude. Just love and gratitude are two energies. They're two vibrations. They take us into a certain space, a certain frequency, a certain vibration where we can connect very easily with everyone and everything, which is what we are calling Gaia. So when we have loving gratitude for someone that we know, which is Mother Earth, you know, we know what we receive from her. Then we enter the space and we feel that just like me, there's so many people at that time who have taken a pause and are just in that same state. In that space, we have no intention. We just are in that space. We are not asking for anything. We are not visualizing anything except feeling that oneness. Imagine if everyone in the world, or even if a substantial number, like 1,000 people in the same time zone, do this. So in every time zone at 9:09, people pause for a while and just do any practice you want and enter that space. Imagine what the world can be. And actually, this is what the world is becoming. It's because for so many years, people have been doing practices like this. In the beginning, when the 909 message had come, very few people, I would go around asking people, do these spiral numbers speak to you? And they didn't. But many people did enjoy, like the message and started putting it in their alarms and just pausing for a while. But now more and more people are seeing these numbers. It's again a vibration. And if we realize that this is a vibration in which we'll be able to connect and sense and receive, we will start getting messages about what's happening in the world beyond what we may be reading or hearing. Somehow the message that's coming to me is when you go to a medical doctor and you go through medical tests, even if there's a little bit of a red, they might say, oh, but you're fine, because it has not yet reached the disease level. But if you go to a homeopath or a natural medicine doctor, they will see whether you're going towards illness and they'll catch it before you become ill. That's what we need. We need that sense. Our bodies are our own bodies, and yet we have to go to someone else to know something about ourselves. But when we start this kind of breath, when we open our third eye, we'll start sensing in our own breath. And to reach this place, sometimes it's difficult. Okay, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, now what? So we can do these we can do Qigong or Tai Chi or yoga or whatever kind of meditation that we know, or just put on some music, which we're going to be doing right now, just to help us to enter that space. When you enter the space, feel, what am I feeling about my body? What am I feeling about my family, the people around me? What am I feeling in my neighborhood? Maybe there's a little butterfly that is stuck on a spider web and is calling out. You don't know what all you start sensing. And there's a beautiful movie called Budh, which had come out, and it was also on YouTube. And they showed exactly that at the moment of enlightenment. The Buddha just started feeling everything around. He just started seeing flowers blooming. He could feel them and hear them. It's just that all your senses become enlightened. One thing which is very important at just before the moment that he got enlightened, and that's what the statue behind me is showing, is that you've seen that whenever they have statues of Buddha, he's in some form of a mudra. So one mudra, very nice for us to do also, is touching the earth. It's called Bhumi Sparsh Mudra. So one hand is like this in our sacral chakra, just below the belly button, and one hand is touching the earth. So when we do this meditation right now, we can be in that mode. Because just before he got enlightened, the Buddha was plagued by demons. Demonic. It's all kinds of thoughts and feelings, and one of them was, "Who do you think you are that you can?" Because the reason he was meditating and the reason that he was seeking enlightenment is to understand how to remove the suffering of the world, which all human beings suffer. And so one of the demonic forces told him, "Who do you think you are to be able to find this kind of a solution to humankind's ills?" And he said, "I may not know it, but the earth knows. My Mother Earth knows." And so he touched the earth, and the earth woke up. And as I've told before, I know that she opened her long hair, and all the memories of the whole world are in her hair. And when she opened it, all of Buddha's past lifetimes opened up, and he saw that he had always done good, even when he was an animal, when he was just a normal householder, whatever he came, in whichever life he came, he had always done something for the good of all. And the moment he saw that, and he realized that these demons are your own inner demons, your own sense. Nowadays, what is the word we use? That we feel. I don't know what. There's a word that people use that as if I'm not worthy.
Yeah.
This is not what I should be doing. Who am I to have these kinds of lofty ideas? So when we have these thoughts, we have to realize the world is not judging us. We are judging ourselves. We are holding ourselves back. And it's very important to realize that that's not what we need to do.
Self-sabotage.
Yeah, self-sabotage. And I know there's something else which nowadays sometimes I lose the new words. One more thing, it's just at the back of my mind. So if we can do one thing, like we said that in the Gaia minute, we don't have intention, but in our hearts, we do have certain intentions, right? So as we go into this meditation, start with whatever is your intention, whatever first thing that comes to your mind. Don't think about it. And if you want, write it down or write it down in your hand and then just gently let it go. Let it go into the universe. Then hold that mudra with your hand and then let's listen to the music and just feel that connection. Just letting go your intention, entering into the space of love and gratitude, and just see whatever comes up for you. Okay? Does anyone want to share anything before we go into it? Begin to feel that there is a lake in front of you, and you are beginning to enter into the water. As you walk towards the lake, begin to remove all your outer garments. And as you remove your clothes, you remove your sense of who you are in this world. I am not the body. I am not a mind. I am not the meaning. cosmic waters of this beautiful lake. Just surrender, merge, connect. What message are you getting? Just let it come and let it go. Feel the sensations. And flow with them. Messages coming to you from the water. You're entering the birthplace of all life on earth. All the atoms, the cells, all the beings that live in water, in the air, on the ground, started in this cosmic water. And as you float to the center of the lake, there is a spring. It's eternal, abundant, pure water. It infuses you, it gives you pran, replenishes your energy. You become one with the spring. You are the eternal spring. It brings life force to all around you. And slowly, the breeze begins to move you back towards the shore. And you begin to sense again your body. And as you come out of the lake, walking gently, feel your feet on the ground. You feel the breeze on your skin. You smell the fragrant flowers. Hear the sounds of birds and animals. Touch of your clothes as you begin to put them on. And you remember why you have come to this lifetime. This body, with this mind, this name, this personality. You are a divine being, the essence of Mother Earth herself, a cosmic being who has come to bring beneficial vibrations into this world. And you begin to sense all the others who were in the lake with you and who are now outside. And you stand in a circle, facing outward, blessing, feeling blessed, receiving, absorbing, and radiating blessings to all. Take a few deep breaths. And whenever you're ready, begin to move your fingers and toes. Gently your head from side to side. And open your eyes. Every day at 9:09 in the morning or evening, send your highest vibration to Gaia, Mother Earth with all beings sentient and insentient. To raise your vibration, you can meditate, do yoga, or simply see Gaia as healed, whole, and radiant. When thousands of people do this in their own time zone, Mother Earth and all beings receive the benefit of round-the-clock healing and awakening. This is a simple practice to do for ourselves and for everyone around us. And with a gratitude lotus. Lotus is a divine flower in the physical and also in all our chakras. It is a flower of great purity because it shows us how it's connected so deeply with the mud, and it grows from it and spreads its beautiful fragrance. So we'll say thank you. As we open the petals of a lotus, we will give thanks to different energies in our life. We give thanks to the air that we all breathe. We give thanks to the ground on which we walk. We give thanks to all the elements of Mother Earth, which nourish and nurture us. We are a part of them. And we receive the blessings of them all. We begin to radiate and send the blessings to ourselves and to anyone who's here now and later, and all the people who are in our hearts. And we embrace them. And bring that gratitude back to our hearts. Thank you. You're welcome to say something or not, as you like.
I just wanted to share that I am actually having blue lotus tea right now. I haven't had it yet, but I made it right before we started.
Okay, so you
That's
can
so
actually give
beautiful.
it to us.
Yes, here everybody.
Wow, blue lotus tea. I haven't heard
Blue.
of.
Beautiful. Yeah, I love to have it. And what a perfect night. Thank you. Super
you.
grateful.
Thank you, Isa.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Meenakshi.
Thanks, Patricia. Thanks, Andreina. I know she stepped out. Shall we close?
Chocolate. I think she went for chocolate.
Oh, she's giving us chocolate. So blue lotus tea and chocolate. Did anyone get any messages?
I, for some reason, a lot of my mind was very active,
Mine too.
and so and then I'm like, don't be so active in your mind. I love when you brought in the lake, and I got in the lake and I was weightless. Oh, that was like, but then the music kept coming on and off so loud, and then I'm like, oh, it's gonna stop, and then so that kind of,
Yeah, it interfered.
I was like, oh, wait a minute. And I love your, and at some point I couldn't hear your voice, but I said, just let it go. So it was this, it was, in that sense, it was good because I was just releasing control and just like, let's just enjoy.
Oh,
Sophia.
Lightning.
Oh, lightning.
yeah.
Okay. But so yeah, I didn't get any messages, but there were moments of complete relaxation where I really felt like there were moments like that.
Yeah, I know. After I played the music, I said I should have, so the mind keeps sort of saying things. Because also I was sensing, and then this meditation just came through, and I said, yeah, we don't need the music right now. But I remember the time when we used to go in groups, and imagine these were all young people, and it was about meditating in public, you know. So we went to Bayside, which is full, and we're sitting literally on a little wall on the side of the road. So people are walking by, buses are coming and going, and you're just entering the silence because you're all together. And this is so important to be able to, but the real noise is actually, like you said, Maria, is actually in our own heads. It's not the noise of outside, it's the noise of our own senses. And it's okay, however meditation goes, it doesn't matter. We don't judge it.
That
We just stay together.
it
And
was
sometimes the messages come later. Blue Lotus is my message for today.
did you get a message?
My messages that were coming today were about sensing what's happening in the group. Yeah. But I'm feeling something was there which I'm not being able to speak right now, so it'll come later. So I think we should call it a night. We've had a nice togetherness. Isa, you're going to do a 909 Gaia minute every day now?
Well, I've never done it before, but now I'm gonna start joining. Of course I will. I love it.
Yeah, in your own time and space, just pause for a while.
Of course. Yes. I
Yeah.
will do that, of course.
Yes.
She's coming
Thank you.
tomorrow, I think. You're coming tomorrow?
Yes,
Great.
I will be there. Yes.